All right, fans of music, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there, and yours truly right here. Wow, the news on Styx just continues to unfold, and it is quite fascinating to watch these guys jump on their bikes and ride backwards as they're backpedaling their way into revisionist history, ladies and gentlemen, and we've seen this in other bands. According to Lawrence Gowan, the man who runs the Lollipop Guild, he says, hey, you know, about 5 years ago, we were hanging out on the bus, you know, the Styx tour bus. It says Styx, it should say Styx featuring the music of Dennis DeYoung right on the outside of the bus. It should be decorated with all of those, you know, hit songs. Maybe they can have little, you know, just pictures of the old 45s, all of which Dennis probably had a part in writing, producing, and arranging. Okay, for the most part, he should do that. That would be a very decorative bus, I think, folks. Anyway, they're on the bus and they're talking, and they're discussing the possibility of adding Mr. Roboto. Now, by the logic that they're using on Roboto, oh, I really liked the song, but I didn't like the circumstances surrounding the creation of the whole Kilroy is here thing. And by the way, they sort of denigrate Dennis again, because, yeah, well, when they performed the song originally, apparently it was Dennis with a backing track, and then they had the actors come out, like everybody who was in the band apparently was doing the acting, and so they were trying to work through how they originally, you know, performed the song live, because they couldn't. I guess Tommy had some blockage, you know, because he had such bad memories. And again, he just wants to be happy these days. He doesn't want to be miserable. That means that the further away he can get from Dennis DeYoung, and coming from the same guy who on stage with Ted Nugent started playing Babe. Okay, and this is a true story, and then, as a way to make fun of the song, and then just tell the audience, oh no, we're not going to do that, ha ha ha, that's funny, that's mature, and then go into, you know, another song and so forth. By the way, there's no reason that Styx shouldn't perform their biggest song, and their biggest song is Babe. It's their biggest chart song, and I guarantee you, just like Roboto, it would be a very large hit with fans. Because I know there's this mentality out there that half of the Styx fans, they're just rockers. They're just, you know, balls to the wall, rocking out. There's just, you know, we can't handle a ballad. Oh, no, not Don't Let It End. No, please don't put that in the set list. That would be disaster for us, for everybody involved. It would just be the worst thing in human history. But yet, you know, husbands and wives are now going to these shows, you know, grown-ups, people middle-aged and so forth, bringing maybe their kids, because, you know, family-friendly event here with Styx, and lo and behold, you know, it's just all-out rockers. It's just too much time on my hands over and over again. Maybe a little bit of blue-collar man thrown in there. No, folks, that's not how the show goes. And it's now this is kind of like selective allowance or something. We're going to allow this song because culturally speaking, Roboto has been on commercials that have appeared in the Super Bowl. Roboto is it's taken on its own life. So, you know, I think I see a bag of money somewhere in this that is being transported by the guys who call themselves Styx, featuring the music of Dennis DeYoung. That bag of money is then being transported to their wallets. You know, it goes through a couple of phases, but then it gets to the wallet, you know, bank account. And Dennis DeYoung called it in his first post on Facebook, said, hey, I think these are two guys realizing that the money is going to be there. This is bank. Yeah, let's play Roboto. And even though we're revising history, and doing it, by the way, with a singer who, you know, was in the third row or something at a Styx concert at the time, and saying to himself, yeah, I think Dennis was playing keyboards and everybody was on, like, you know, they're off stage doing their acting roles, and it was a voice, it was a backing track and so forth. That's pretty lousy that JY and Tommy can't even explain it. It just shows you how disconnected they were from the arranging, the writing, the production, and all of the stuff that went into Kilroy. Even though they hated it with all of their might, again, you've got a #3 single on Billboard, I think, Roboto, and then you had Don't Let It End. I mean, this was a pretty, it was a pretty successful album. And Dennis has said, hey, you can go back in time and listen to the audience reacting to this music, and it kind of refutes a lot of this, oh no, we couldn't go on tour with so-and-so. Well, guess what? If you don't think you could go on tour with so-and-so, then tour alone, tour with somebody else. Find another band that will tour and play music that's more compatible with what you're doing. That's not Dennis DeYoung's fault, it's whoever is managing the band, and it might be negligence on the part of guys like Tommy and JY for really just, abandoning any sort of involvement because, we're just washing our hands because this is going to be a failure. It's such a failure that they are playing the song again. And it's just really almost delicious irony to watch these guys squirming and pedaling backwards and trying to find, oh yeah, we wanted to play it 5 years ago, we were talking about it. And now we added it. You added it because the fans are demanding it and the song is super uber popular. Okay, it's like a Don't Stop Believin' for Styx a little bit. Maybe not to that degree, but think of all the tunes that Styx has recorded. I keep thinking about Babe because that's the biggest. That's the one that almost did the band in. Oh, we've never done anything like Babe before. How are the fans going to react? They're going to send the song to #1. Yeah, it's going to be a #1 Billboard charting hit. So that's how the fans reacted, Tommy, JY. All right, folks, I'm done with this. It's just bizarre land. I'm hoping that these guys can actually work something out with Dennis and do one more tour. That's all Dennis wants, and then they can go back to the Lollipop Guild after that and try to sing these songs. But Dennis DeYoung, he's the architect, he's the voice, he's still alive. Did you know Dennis was still alive? 71 years old, and he sounds fantastic. And by the way, you don't have to wait for Styx to figure this out. You can go see Dennis DeYoung on tour this summer, hopefully near a city where you live, because I would rather go see Dennis DeYoung and his just superb band than a bunch of guys who are, again, just sort of pretending. All right, I'm done. See you soon. Bye.